Joining me is Frost Bank Chair and CEO Phil Green. Phil, welcome.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for having me.
You know, I'm going to start with what I'm picking up on more and more lately, and it's this sense out there that banks are not the solution, they're the problem, because all of these loans are going to people with cozy relationships and not, you know what I'm saying? What is your response? And is it all because Congress isn't replenishing the money that instead of everybody being able to get access to these funds, everyone's pointing fingers about who got something and who didn't?
You know, Kelly, I really disagree with the fact that it was not an equally or a egalitarian system. 82% of our approvals went to loans of $350,000 or less, which means those are basically employers of 35 people or less. 82% of the apps. So our experience was that we just focused on getting the apps processed, and there was not any focus on doing big deals or special deals.
Sure. And what would you say are the industries where you're seeing a lot of the demand? Because the restaurant industry, which is now being villainized to some extent for carving out this 500 people per location exemption to make sure that they could get funds, surprisingly didn't even get that much of the first disbursement of funds. So in Texas, in your San Antonio area, what kind of people were getting this money?
You know, the highest ones was service level companies, you know, professional firms, different kinds of services. I think restaurants were down on the list. I'm not sure they were even in the top 5. Second was healthcare, which obviously is really important for everyone today. So that's sort of what we saw. You know, people have asked about energy. Did you see a lot of energy companies? Mm-hmm. Less than 3% of our applications that were processed were energy companies.
Less than 3%?
Less than 3. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what happens now? I mean, the president this morning tweeted that there will be some support for this industry. He said it's too important to America to fail. But we just spoke with a guest who said it will never be as big as it was during the past decade. How would that affect you, your bank, and your region?
You know, the energy business is definitely under pressure. The people I talked to, I haven't heard really any positive optimism right now. There are 3 problems we've got to deal with. Obviously, it's the medical problem. With COVID-19, we've got to start burning some fuel, using inventory. Secondly, there's no capital available in the industry, really in the equity markets, high yield markets, and even bank redeterminations are going to be lower as you put these prices in. So that's going to dry up some of that capital. And then the third thing is, I think importantly, if this goes on too long, you're going to see production decline, particularly in the Permian Basin. And in 1 to 2 years, you could see oil prices go up, and we could have a real old-fashioned recession at that time.
Oh, that's true from the oil price spike. Right. Yeah, the cure for low prices is low prices, so to speak. How much more funding would you like to see, Phil?
For the PPP?
Yeah.
I'm hoping for $250 million, but we'll see. $250 billion, excuse me.
Right. And then maybe as a start, and then we'll see. The demand might be in the trillions based on what's already been distributed. Phil, thanks for being so candid, and thank you so much for joining me.